Happy Wellness Wednesday, crew. It's the lovely E and the famous copper cup. Sip, sip. All right, I hope my crew is getting that water in them and drinking from a copper cup. Just helping yourself to stay hydrated. It's getting warm. So I want to jump right into the bay leaves today because I want them to steep, and then I'll come back and share some more info. I have my water in my whistling teapot, and I'll be pouring it in my cute little teapot. Don't forget to give me thumbs up. Thank you for giving me thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos and sharing all my information with your friends and loved ones. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop my bay leaves in. So I have 3 bay leaves. It's a really quick, good, healthy tea. So it's 3 bay leaves. Well, you can use as many as you like. You can use 1, 2. I just pop 3 in, and then secure my little steamer. Here we go. Put that on. Get this. Many steps. Okay, now I'm going to pour my hot water in, crew. It's very, very hot, as we know. So when you prepare this, be very careful. You can even just pop it in a teacup as well. So I'm going to let it steep. You know, I like to do that. Okay, just let that steep. Slide this over. So let me tell you about the bay leaves. So bay leaves are from the Mediterranean, the region. Also California. It's about 6 different bay leaves, like California bay leaf, Indian bay leaf. It's just do your homework, do your research. Remember, I'm not a doctor, I'm a health nut. I'm just on my platform trying to enlighten my crew and help my crew to stay healthy and well. So the benefits of bay leaves are really some really good benefits, crew. So example, here's one, which is it's good for your digestion. It's also good to clear your breathing. If you have a cold and there's mucus, it'll help break that mucus up. Also, like, it's good for headaches and your cholesterol, and it's good for your hair, help your hair grow, the hair follicles. There are a lot of health benefits with drinking bay leaf tea. I'm telling you, make sure you do your research. Of course, I'll list a lot of things in the description below. Remember to hit more to get all of your information, because I want my crew to know, and I want you to do your research as well. Also, like, it's used for the crowning back in the day with the Greeks and the Romans, and it's just such a good leaf that it has so many healing health properties in it, crew. So I want you guys to start drinking some bay leaf tea so you can feel better, look better. Just all these teas and smoothies and juicing and all these little tidbits I share with my crew. I just want you to know, because there's just so many healing properties out there, just natural. Many, many natural healing properties. So just let that steep for a while. So, okay, let that sit for a little bit. As we know, we are coming up on a little holiday weekend, which is Sunday, Mother's Day. And every year, of course, every day I miss my mom and my dad. But every year, Mom and I used to always go out. I would take her somewhere really nice. And I pulled a picture, and I thought I'd share this with you guys. This particular picture, we always went out anyway, but those special little days we really did it up. This was her birthday, and she would come up to visit, and I would always take her up to Lake George, and we would ride one of the boats and have lunch on it. So I thought I'd share that picture in honor of my mom. Also, here's something cute. I grabbed one of her books, because I have a lot of my mom's books. She was a reader as well. This is Gifts of Kindness, and it's so cute, and it's still like the little tassel is hanging when I packed up everything, you know. So on this particular page it says, "Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God." 1 John 4:7. Isn't that sweet? And then there's like a little tulip dangling, the bookmark. And then here's something really cute. When I was younger, I gave this to my mom. She still had it too. So now it just sits on one of my bookshelves here in my home. And every now and then I look at it. It says, "Mom, you're special." And then it says, "I love you." And then when I was young, I wrote on the back, I guess with a mark or a crown, I don't know. It says, "You're the best." And it says, "From your baby Pooh," my nickname. And then it says, "Happy," in a heart. So look, when I was young, I was always saying happy. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Just, you know, little history, anything sentimental. You know, E loves that. She hangs on to those things. Yes, I just wanted to kind of like give my mom a little shout out on my Wellness Wednesday, which I'm always giving her a shout out, and my dad. And another thing is I wanted to share with my crew. You know, I'm constantly in my parks, and I hope my crew is getting out in parks and nature and hiking and just getting out there and enjoying the fresh air and sucking in that prana. And I said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot to share with my crew." There's one particular park that I go to, and they have like a swing set. And every time I go to the park, I have to get on the swings. So I swing for like a good 5 minutes, and then I go and I walk and I hit the trail. So it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe every time I share, you know, I'm in nature in my parks, that I forget to share about the swings. Make sure when you go in a park, I don't care if there's kids on the swing, I'm a big kid. So when you get out in parks, crew, go and swing. There was a woman with her little girl, and I said, every time I come, I have to get on the swing before I take my walk. And she was like, "We all have that kid in us." And I said, yes, it will always be there for me, because I'm just a big kid enjoying my journey. But I do get serious when it's time to get serious. But I gotta have fun, especially when you're out in nature too. So I wanted to share that, and then I wanted to give, I was in the gym yesterday working out, and I tried a particular new machine that I'd never tried, and I tried, and there was a gentleman sitting there, and then, I don't know, I just was like, well, I don't know how to work this, let me figure it out. And he was like, "Oh, I really like this." We just started chit-chatting. So I was almost done, and before I ended, I was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And he told me his name, so I said, "I'm going to give you a shout out." So shout out to Kevin. So we started talking about like just health and wellness and just, you know, what he's dealing with and why he's working out and blah, blah, blah. And then I shared with him about my YouTube channel, and I have like, you know, some good juicing and smoothies and just food and this and that. So he was really happy, and gave him all the info, and he was going to check it out. So I said, "I'm going to give you a shout out, Kevin." So again, shout out to Kevin, and kudos to you taking care of your health. So hopefully I will inspire him like I inspire my crew. The other thing I wanted to share with my crew is let's see. I got into one of my spas last week. I soaked in my mineral bath. So, you know how I love my spas, taking care of myself. And I shared that with Kevin that he should do that as well. He was explaining something with his back, you know. Less is more. I don't need to share that with my crew. But I was telling him he should soak, and that mineral water would be good to pull, you know, just pain out of your body and your joints, etc. So yeah, I was able to do that last week. Of course, so refreshing. I'm always there. And I thought I'd share that. Make sure you guys are getting in these spas and getting massages and just taking care of your bodies. I cannot stress it enough because fluids are sitting. It just sits there and it builds up and it's inflammation and your joints hurt. So you have to do all you can to help your situation, crew. So I'm just here to encourage you, as always. All right, let me just see what's happening here. I'm going to give it a little pour. Oh, and also, it's just like a nice flavor. But, crew, you can add, like, any type of sweetener, lemon lime, whatever you want to it. I'm going to let that cool off because as you see, the steam is coming up. So I'm going to let it cool down a little bit. But yeah, you can add any kind of sweetener to it of your choice. I always like to go hard. I want the whole natural flavor. So I recommend to keep it natural. And while that's just cooling down a little bit, as you can see, I have some new love in the home. And this new cutie patootie is a dragon fruit cactus. Yes, and it's been blooming. So I thought like I'd share this cutie patootie. I love the vase that it's in, the little pot that it's sitting in. It has like, you know, the flowers and little bugs and stuff. So cute. So I wanted to share that. And it's really blooming. So as it gets bigger and bigger, I'll share it with my crew. Come back and let you see how it's doing. Let's take a sip. And it's nice and refreshing. Ooh. Still a little warm, but it's so good, crew. And of course, the more bay leaves you put in, it's going to get even greener. I just put 2 or 3. So that's why I was like, do 2 or 3, because it can get really strong. And then you're like, oh, it's too strong. So, yeah. Nice sip. And also, it's good to relax you at bedtime, too, crew. Like, if you have like issues going to sleep and you know you just need to calm down, it's a really good tea to drink before you go to bed and you'll sleep in shalom. Yes. So the other thing is I wanted to say, as always, you know, just thank you for your love. Thank you again for thumbs up. Thank you for forwarding my videos to your family, your friends, posting them on your channels, helping my YouTube channel to grow. I'm so appreciative. Thank you, crew. Thank you for purchasing my Wellness Wednesday t-shirts. Thank you. Oh, let's back up. I gotta give you, since I'm on my thank yous, I'm still getting gifts. Thank you for all my gifts, just cards, just everything still coming in. Gifts being left outside on my door. Thank you, everyone. You know who you are that follow me. Thank you. I have not had time to sit down and write out my thank you cards and get them to everyone, but I will. I have still been extremely booked and pulled, but I just want to get a moment and sit still and get thank you cards to out everyone. You know, I love doing that. It's something that's in me from a young girl. I've shared with my crew, I think, that my mom whenever I got a gift, I had personal stationery that she would order from B. Altman's and Lord and Taylor's for me. And like my name, the address, everything was on there. So whenever I got anything, any type of gift, even from my aunts, my mom always had me sit down and write out a thank you card. So thank you cards are coming. I know many of you like, you don't have to do that. Don't worry about it. No, I still want to do it, crew, because that's just me. So I just want to say thank you for the gifts, the cards, everything's is still coming in. I go check my P.O. box. I'm like, oh my gosh, another gift. So thank you for appreciating me and all that love. Another thing I wanted to share is thank you for the love songs. You know who you are. There's like a few people out there, guys, that are sending me love songs. So thank you. We went through this before. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the love songs. I chuckle because like they sent it and they don't say anything, but they just send it. I'm like, okay, I can read between the line what you're saying, but thank you. The other thing I wanted to share with my crew is I posted, as you know, for April. And of course, I went to the Kentucky Derby party in Saratoga Saturday and posted those photos. And that was it, crew. So sorry. I know everyone was so happy to see I was back on. Thank you for those nice comments, texting me, calling, leaving voicemail. But yeah, I just did it for April to enlighten. And again, I didn't share everything, but I did share some. And of course, just to encourage my crew to do fun things as well. The Kentucky Derby party was awesome. I go every year. Every year I'm supposed to go to Kentucky to the Derby, but it slips up on me and just I haven't properly planned to escape and get out there. So hopefully next year I will be out there, and Cece, she's moved out there. She wants me to come. So, okay, we're going to get together and try to orchestrate that so I can go. But I had a really good time, and there's so much history with the Kentucky Derby. I'm not sure if many people know that the Kentucky Derby is Black history on the horse track, the racing track, because originally it was Black jockeys that were running, but then some people know, some people don't know. Oliver Lewis was the first Black jockey, and then there was many more, and then there was history with Jerry Dickinson Jr., who is the fourth in his family, that trained the horse that won in 2022. So, just kudos. And I was like a little sad, but then I was happy because I was rooting for Chunk of Gold. And I should have really rooted for Saratoga because it was so nice to have a horse in my area running. But who doesn't love gold? So that's why I went for Chunk of Gold. And then later I was like, oh, I should have went for Saratoga. But you know what? It's just all fun. And it's, just fun to be a part of it. The theme was 1958. So those that saw my pictures on my platform saw I had on purple, and that's the way they dressed in 1958. I was trying to find a pillbox hat, but I couldn't find one. So what I did was pop the butterfly in, and it was such a hit where there was this one lady I was chit-chatting with, and she was like, oh my gosh, I love your butterfly. Where'd you get it? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I'm stealing that idea. And I was like, you can. I was like, I'm a trendsetter. I'm leaving a legacy. People are always stealing my ideas, stealing my slogans. I was like, I don't care. Just let them steal it. Because as a leader, that's what I do. Aries are leaders. I'm original. I'm organic. So I set the trend, and people like my style, and they follow along with it. They steal my slogans, and it's okay. I always anyone that's beautiful, I say just beautiful. There's one young lady, she changed her platform on TikTok to just beautiful. I call you guys my crew. um there's a celebrity following me that he uses crew. I always say happy. There's a celebrity following me that is blowing up happy. And it's okay. I've been saying all of this for years. And I always say what God has for me is for me, and what he has for you is for you. I'm just passing through and I'm dropping knowledge and sharing ideas and helping my crew. But it is nice to say, hey, like that woman, I like that she said, I'm still in that. Are you okay with that? Yeah, I don't know where she's from. I don't care. But I thought that was really nice of her to say that. Yeah, so kudos to her. So I think I kind of went over everything, crew. I'm going to enjoy my tea and get my day going. And I just want to say one other thing, being that we're talking about taking. Please don't be upset when anybody posts a picture, okay? And you didn't go, you didn't know about it, or why they like your post, they don't like mine. I just say to myself, how old are we? Like, there are some people that literally have stopped speaking to me because people like my posts and they spoke to me about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So this is again why I remove myself from it. You gotta take a break, because people are too wrapped up in the whole, Instagram, Facebook, just all the TikTok, all the platforms. I'd rather be on TikTok. I like TikTok. But like Facebook, Instagram, I'm just like, wow, why is everyone so toxic and so envy and jealous? And like, I've had people to say, oh, you did that? You didn't tell me. Why you didn't tell me? I didn't know I was supposed to report. Like, I already did it and I'm back and I'm just sharing to encourage my crew to go and do it. So stop getting yourself worked up over foolishness. Enjoy this life. Enjoy your journey. Have fun. Make the best of every day. As my crew know, I love you all to life. Be nice, kind, loving, respect, communicate. I cannot stress it enough. If you're not happy, free yourself like the lovely E and enjoy your journey. And as I always tell you, peace and love, and keep your heads up, crew. Be alert. I love my crew to life. Thank you.